and the cutlass, hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling, the Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Tell me where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you?
Okay, shalom brothers and sisters. Welcome to another class with the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're going to go ahead and get class rolling while everybody peels in online and everybody starts coming in for class. We will do the announcements. All right. For you brothers and sisters that are new to our channel, we are the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge, located in Houston, Texas. We have one of our major locations out there. We have a location in San Antonio. We're trying to get things going up in Albuquerque, and we just started a school out here in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. So, or how do they say it? Norfolk. Let me correct that. It's not Norfolk, it's Norfolk, Virginia. We just got the school open up a month or two ago, so we welcome all you brothers and sisters to come through. We came here to open up the school for y'all, okay? So we have classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Okay. Sabbath morning, we're going to be street speaking over by the MacArthur Mall. So look out for us. All right. On our main channel, check us out, which is we got a lot more videos on our main Houston channel, and that's the name that I said, the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. You can go on that channel. Every other day we don't have class here. You got Priest Quatzazop holding it down in Houston, giving some mighty, powerful, spiritual classes. So check out that channel. We also need, what we got, like 500 subscribers? I think we can't go live from a cell phone until we got, how many subscribers to say? It's 1,000, right? So we're trying to get that to be able to go live from our cell phones. Like when we go street speak, that's good for that. So you can't do that until you get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm not gonna do like other cats on YouTube, give away cookies or give away a t-shirt. Give away a t-shirt. We're gonna ask y'all just like, share, subscribe. Share it because we're doing the work of the Most High, and we got a lot of good topics. Previous classes have a lot of questions answered in the beginning of our classes, and we deal with various topics. Anything you can think of, we got it on this channel, and then we got it on our main channel. Okay, so please check that out. Also check out Mashaba's Blog Talk Radio at blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. He has some mighty, powerful classes on there. It is not for the faint heart. All right, so y'all check that out. Support that. I want to thank every brother and sister that continually watches us, supports, gives positivity. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all love. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Personally, I've been doing this for a while, so it ain't going to stop. So we're asking y'all to support that. Get the videos out. Share the videos so we can, spread the word. All right? you brothers and sisters that give alms, offerings, whatever you give, books, pens, paper, Bibles, apocryphers. Once again, we got to always acknowledge y'all, because the little that each and every person gives helps out. So we appreciate that to the most. All right, this is how we got our school open. With the little of many, we were able to get it open, and we're gonna finish it up also. So we appreciate that. We have our High Holy Day coming up on 9/27, which is the memorial blowing of the trumpets, right? So if you want to come join us for that on 9/27, we're going to get together here at 2610 Granby and commemorate the High Holy Day, and eat, pray, and commemorate that day. All right. So we're doing that also in Houston. If you are in Houston and you're local in Houston, want to get together with the brothers and sisters out there, you can do the same thing. So, all right. What else we got going on? We got, just check out our channels. We got a lot of things going on them. A lot of videos going up. We're trying to come up with new things also. So keep the lookout for those things. If you want garments, the sisters they do our armbands. They do our garments, headbands. If you want to partake in that, everything Israel wear. If you want to support by not giving anything, any monetary, you can check out Sweet Ambiance. Do we got anything for that yet up there? It's for Sweet Ambiance. The what? Oh, you got a link in the description? Okay, you can check out Sweet Ambiance, and we do fragrances, Egyptian bottles, oils, burners. We've been doing it for a long time now, I've been selling oil since I was a little itty bitty kid, and we've been doing this for a while for the school to try to help out and keep our schools open. All right, so check out Sweet Ambiance online. We do have a website, Sweet Ambiance. All right, you can Google it and get something from there if you like. All right. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get class rolling. Questions. Whatever questions you have, we're gonna try to get your questions on Friday from now on. Classes are 2 hours, so we're trying to get these topics out. So what I suggest is, if y'all got questions, just make the Sabbath a question class. If we get one question, then we answer the question and we go into class. If we get multiple questions, we just make that a question class. So we're going to do that on the Sabbath. All right. Other than that, we're talking about tonight, we're talking about depression, healing depression. We touched over peace of mind before. You brothers and sisters probably haven't checked that out. That's on our other channel. We touched on anxiety before. Those were also good topics. And we want to touch on this depression, or this depressed mind that is consuming, believe it or not, a lot of Hebrew Israelites. I know you would think, oh man, a lot of people, when you get the Bible, you know how to control those demons. You know how to stay in the spirit and not let these things consume you. Do me a favor, go turn that one off over there. You would think that, but that's not the case. A lot of brothers and sisters that are in the truth, that have the knowledge of the scriptures, they deal with a lot of these spirits. They deal with a lot of these things with dealing with depression. So let's jump right into it. And if y'all have any questions on it, ask ask, put it in the text, and then I'll address those questions. Let me log on here myself so I can see y'all questions. All right. Right. So depression. Yeah, a lot of brothers and sisters deal with this spirit. They don't know how to control it. They get angry off of it. They shut down. They don't want to talk to nobody. So the definition of depression: feelings of severe despondency and dejection. Self-doubt creeps in, and that swiftly turns to depression. I think this is a perfect definition, because the way it comes across is going to lead us into perspectives in the scriptures. It says, creeps in swiftly, turns to depression. It says melancholy, misery, sadness, unhappiness, sorrow, woe, gloom, gloominess, dejection, downheartedness, despondency, dispiritedness, low spirits, heavy-heartedness. What does it say? Discouragement, despair, dolefulness, moodiness. All right. It says one of the words we also talked about, pessimism, hopelessness. So that is depression. If you could throw that definition up there, that is depression. And a lot of Hebrew Israelites, man, don't know how to use the word. They don't know how to. You know what? And this is, I ain't even got this in the topic, but I want to throw this one in here. Go to First Timothy 3 verse 16. Or was it 2 Timothy's? 2 Timothy 3 verse 16.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
All scripture is given by inspiration from the Most High.
Yeah.
And
so that there in itself should tell you that everything that you go through in these scriptures is inspired by the Most High. The Most High is moving, and He's moved the Spirit in this book. And a lot of brothers and sisters don't understand that. So they don't go to the Bible for the methods in their life, to fix the methods and things in their life, to fix the problems in their life. They don't understand that. A lot of Hebrew Israelites still think that this is just, you go to, they came into the truth, and they only come on the Sabbaths, and they use the Bible on the Sabbaths, and that's it. Long as they do the Sabbath day, they feel like they're good. So they don't understand that all these scriptures inspired by the Most High. Go ahead.
And it's profitable for doctrine.
Right. It's profitable, obviously, for us to understand and know the doctrine, the scriptures, how and what to believe. Go ahead.
For reproof.
For what?
Reproof.
And a lot of people don't know how to reprove their mind. A lot of people don't know how to correct the imbalance that's in your mind. A lot of people don't understand that, because that's what this is. You're going to see that, first of all, being depressed is a human thing. So I'm not going to go in and say, oh, you're supposed to be a Superman and not ever feel a little what is it? Gloom, a little woe, a little sorrow. You're going to feel that. It's a natural thing. But what's happening is, what's unnatural is how you deal with it and how much it weighs you down. Everything with the Most High is supposed to be a balance. So a lot of these things you're going to see, gloom, woe, can motivate people. But when it's too much leaning, it's a consumption, it consumes, it breaks down a person. Especially if you don't have a way to keep yourself strong. So it's profitable for doctrine. Go ahead.
For correction.
For correction. Go ahead.
For instruction in righteousness.
And a lot of people don't know how to instruct themselves in the righteousness of the Most High to come out of these sicknesses and illness. Like I said, we did anxiety. We did, what was the other one I said we did? We did another one. I just said it too. We did anxiety. Huh? Yeah, we did bipolar. We did that too. We did a few different topics. So the scriptures is to show us how to live, how to think, how to be, how to act, how to feel. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's going to correct these minds. You popping pills, just like when we went over the anxiety class, that ain't helping our people. That ain't helping nobody. All it does is just keeps these people drugged up, down and out, and sad. Right? They don't know how to function and rule their mind. The scriptures are the method. The scriptures are the way. Yahweh Shai is the way. But it's going through the method and knowing how to overcome these thoughts. Okay? Go ahead.
That the man of the Most High may be perfect.
Maybe what?
Perfect.
So this is the way we get perfect. We get perfect by instructing, by reproving and correcting your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your anger, your doubt, your pride, your jealousy. This is the way we get perfect. And if a person doesn't understand that, they're not going to go to the method. This is the method. This is the medicine. And this is what we got to understand. So back to the definition of depression, gloom. How do we deal with gloom and sadness? How do we deal with despondency and dejection? How do we deal with dolefulness? So first of all, let me just say this, that it's a natural thing. Okay, so you don't got to go pop pills because you have a little depression, a little sadness, a little gloom. You don't got to go to the doctor. You don't got to put a gun to your head if you have a little sadness and a little gloom. All right, you know what? Let me throw another one I didn't have in there. Go to Ecclesiastes. Check this out. It's Ecclesiastes 7:2. Yeah, a lot of people think, man, they get a little gloominess, a little sadness. They think, oh man, I gotta go to the doctor. You don't gotta go to the doctor if you're a little sad. If you're a little, you have a little dolefulness. If you're a little in your woes. Nah, check this out. Ecclesiastes 7:2.
It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Right. Why? Why is it better to be in the house of the mourning? Why is it better to be in this mind state? Do you know what? Shamayar? What's that? What is it? Talk loud though. Tell me why though before. Why is it better to dwell in the house of the mourning? Because a lot of people don't think that way. They're thinking like, nah, you gotta be totally happy every single day. And that if a little gloom or woe comes into your mind, you know, you might have depression. Now, granted, a lot of Hebrew Israelites might understand that, but a lot of our people that don't got the knowledge don't understand that. They don't get that it's okay to sometimes have a little woes in your life, because this pushes you towards the Most High. It pushes you towards the Creator. What?
No, that's exactly
Right.
I was trying to find the scripture. I know the next verse also says that through sadness the countenance is made better.
Yeah, we're gonna read on. Go ahead and read it then.
For that is the end of all men.
Uh-huh.
And the living will lay it to his heart.
Right. So it's better to dwell in the house of the morning. Why? Because there's a lot of times when you're in the house of the morning, it's going to drive you to prayer. It's going to drive you to fasting. It's going to drive you to asking more questions. It's going to drive you, it should drive you to studying, to looking into the knowledge and trying to find the answers. It's better to dwell in the house of the morning. You partying all the time, come on, man. People that party all the time, they're not taking this serious. They're not taking life serious. They want to fill themselves with fictitious happiness, with drugs, drinking. Now, I'm not saying that it's supposed to weigh you down, though. What you was gonna say?
A couple of scriptures, he says he requires a broken spirit and a contrite heart. And
Okay.
Psalms 34:18 says the Lord is near to the broken heart. So it's kind of piggyback, kind of going back on what you said.
Uh-huh.
That it allows you to be nearer or closer to the Most High. 'Cause a lot of people, when you're rich, they're not crying out, "Oh, your house
Yeah.
is only when you're down."
Yeah. When you broke and you need bread in your house, then you praying. Oh Lord, help me get some bread. When you got enough bread, it's like, I'm good, nigga. Especially black folks. You know what I mean? Especially black, Hebrew, Israelite, Hispanic, Native Americans. So it's better for you to be in that. It's okay for you to be in this house of the morning because it's going to lead you to the Most High. Check this out. Go to Ecclesiasticus 11 verse 25. So before we get into the solution, I wanted to say, starting out, don't panic that the Most High also shows us it's okay to have a little woe, have a little sadness. Why though? Because it's normal. It's normal in life to go through ups and downs. It's normal in life not to have certain things, right? Even people that have finances and riches, they don't have everything. They don't have all happiness. They don't have all joy. So you got to understand it's normal. Watch this. Read that Ecclesiastes 11 verse 25.
In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
See? You see why sometimes it's good to have a little woe? Because in the day of prosperity, there be a forgetfulness. There's a forgetfulness of affliction, trials. You forget quick that the Most High pulled you out of a ditch. You forget quick that the Most High lifted you up out of the dunghill, out of the dirt, right? You win the lotto, oh man. You forgot you borrowed a cup of sugar down the street. You forget your family, right? You forget brothers. You forget everybody. You go into a cocoon, a shell. So it's okay that the Most High pushes you a little bit and you feel a little woe in your life. Read it one more time. What was the first scripture we went to? Wasn't that Ecclesiastes 7 and 2? All right, and where are we at right now for them that came in?
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 25.
Ecclesiastes 11 and 25. Go ahead.
In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Right, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. You see that? So we have to understand that it's going to push you to now go to the Most High. Go ahead.
And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity.
Right, you see that? And in the day of affliction, right, There's no remembrance of prosperity. So read it from the top again. I said that wrong then. Go ahead, read it again.
In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Right. You forget about the hell you've been catching. Right. Go ahead.
And in the day of affliction.
In the day of affliction, now you're catching hell. Right. You're going through trials and tribulation. You're going through persecution. You're going through a little suffering, a little pain. Go ahead.
There is no remembrance of prosperity.
Right. Then you forget about that the Most High was there for you. Right? And what does that do? It pushes you to pray. It pushes you to seek the Most High. It pushes you to ask questions. So it's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Go ahead.
For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways.
Okay, so let's go back. I want you to go from there. Let's get into this topic. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 9:14. Wisdom of Solomon 9 verse 14. Because we got to go here just to show you that it's a natural thing for brothers and sisters to go through this, to feel a little down, to go through these battles. We read that.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 verse 14.
Go ahead.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
Right, so it's natural. Everybody living is going to battle with this. You're going to battle with some type of depression and some type of reason why you're a little down and a little sad. You're going to, that happens, man. You know, and it happens because the Most High is always putting men through the trial. So, where do the drugs come in at? Why are people giving drugs to deal with this situation, deal with these things that all men and all women deal with? Because it becomes an unjust balance to certain individuals. It becomes too heavy on them to where their mind, they don't know how to weigh it out and deal with it. It's like being tied up and not able to get out of the chains. They can't move. It's making them like mentally claustrophobic to where now they can't function and get out of that. So you got to see that it's a normal thing. Read that again.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
For the what?
The thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable. You got to see that. Especially when your mind is based in a carnal world. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of brothers and sisters in the world have more problems than men and women that apply the knowledge. But it all comes on all men. You got to deal with this. Brothers and sisters got to deal with it. Your thoughts are miserable. Just this life. I mean, Quantazat went over a whole class on that. About the vanity of vanities, right?
God.
So it's all men have to deal with these things. All women have to deal with these spirits. Go ahead.
And our devices are but uncertain.
And your what?
Our devices are but uncertain.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of this depression comes in. The uncertainty. A lot of brothers and sisters feel uncertain to where they can't control certain things. They don't know how to deal with certain issues. They don't know how to deal with lack, not having. You know what I mean? I don't got money to pay my bills. I don't got gas to put in my car. I got a person around me that is always on top of me. So they don't know how to deal with certain things in the world. So these things, but think about it. Everything I just said, that's everybody. Everybody has to deal with that. Everybody has to deal with that mind. This is not something foreign to a human. Go ahead.
For the corruptible body presses down the soul.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's humanity. You got to deal with these things. It ain't going nowhere. So why do you have a lot of people committing suicide? Right? Why do you have a lot of people killing themselves? Why do you have a lot of people drinking themselves into destruction, popping pills? Why? When it's a natural thing that the body, that the mind, that things of the world weigh you down. See, but it's never supposed to crush you. See? And that's what we got to understand. It's never supposed to crush you. Where you at?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 verse 15. Second precept.
Go ahead.
And the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things.
Yeah, and then a lot of people get sick. A lot of people get sick with that, right? Their body, they start breaking down. So yeah, you gotta understand that it's never supposed to be 90-10, right? But at the same time, if you jumping around partying all the time and dancing all the time and everything's good all the time, there's a problem with that. You probably giving yourself over to drugs, more drinking, more partying, more pills, right? Because you are not balanced in your life. Go from there. Go to John 6 and verse Job 6 and 2. So these first scriptures, man, is to show brothers and sisters everything you're going through in your life. A lot of these things is normal. Then we're going to get into what happens when it becomes abnormal. It becomes inordinate. But let's get these out of the way. Job 6 and 2.
Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed.
Yeah, how many people feel like that? Man, my grief. Brother, you don't understand me. You don't understand what I'm going through. You don't understand what I'm going through in my mind, in my life. You got brothers and sisters that they let it wear them down too much. It's too much grief. You're always sad. Every time you come around, you're a sad puppy. Right? There's never joy. There's never happiness in your life. There's never you trying to understand that, wait a minute, why is the Most High got my, why am I going through this battle where I got less money to pay my bills? My car note's late. Light bill's late. Mama don't like me. Dad is arguing with me. Right? A lot of people don't know how to deal with these things, man. They don't know how to function in life with these things. And I know you think like, man, well, this is an easy one, but not for a lot of brothers and sisters. I'm going to say it again. Even having the word, even having the knowledge, people are still consumed with depression to where they want to kill themselves. Right? They're consumed with this spirit. So read that again.
Job 6 and 2.
Go ahead.
Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed.
Go ahead.
And my calamity laid in the balances together.
Right, and that's what Job is saying. Wait a minute, man. If y'all can see what I'm going through, if you could just see what battles I'm going through. Go ahead.
For now it will be heavier than the sand of the sea.
Go ahead.
Therefore my words are swallowed up.
My what?
My words are swallowed up.
A lot of people think, man, what's the point to pray? I can't, like, it's my prayers are being, my words and what I'm saying is being consumed by sadness. This is heavy. But it's natural a lot of times. But it doesn't supposed to destroy you. It doesn't supposed to consume you. You're supposed to be able to weigh these things out and know how to deal with the things that you're fighting in this world. Go ahead.
For the arrows of the Almighty are within me.
And how many people feel like that? A lot of people, man. They feel, man, the Lord is against me. Right? They're like, man, nobody's helping me. I face the east. It feels like my prayers are hitting the wall and dropping. Why? Because there's something you're lacking. You're not understanding what you're going through. You're not understanding why you're going through it. You're not rationalizing and sitting down and say, okay, hold on a second. It feels like the world is against me. What am I doing? Right? What way am I thinking? What am I entertaining? People, you sit in front of a psychologist and he's going to hear you out, but he's not going to give you solutions. He's going to tell you, listen, pop this, pop that, right? But they're not going to give you the method. But let me tell y'all one thing. One thing with this pill is, what's the one way this pill works? Who can answer that? What's the one way this pill works? Huh? If you look at the Bible as a solution, as the medicine, what's the one thing that has to be applied for this to work? Humility. Perfect. You're there, but what else with humility? You're right. You hit it on point, but expound. They gotta be humble enough to apply what the scriptures is saying. Yeah, go there real quick.
2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 12.
Yeah, go to 2 Corinthians 8 and 12 for him. So, and we're going to jump back to this thing because this is the medicine, but there's one thing that got to be applied. The pills in the world, the drink, the liquor, the weed, the dope, you pop that and you lay back and you just lose your consciousness, right? It don't work like that with this. For this to be applied, this has to happen. Read that.
For if there be first a willing mind.
So you have to have that willing mind to receive the correction once you find out what your symptoms are. So you sit in front of the priest, you sit in front of your elder, and you tell them,
you get diagnosed.
You get diagnosed, right? And then he's going to give you the prescription. But you have to first have that willing mind.
Yeah, because it ain't going to work. The words have to enter into you. Mm-hmm. Then you got to apply it.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly it.
And a lot of people with this gloomy mind to where it's so destructive, it ain't going to work unless you sit down and say, okay, I got to clear my mind and start rationalizing my problems, my issues, my sadness, my gloom. I got to start looking and saying, why?
Right. It's like the scripture, we pull it all the time. What man goeth to war, don't sit down first and count the cost.
Right.
You have to sit down and you have to meditate on all the correction that was given to you, your prescription.
Right.
In order for you to fix all the issues and the symptoms and the sadness.
Right.
Because if you don't, then it's like, okay, cool story.
Right.
And then you go home and you're back in you're wallowing in your sorrows.
You're back in your woes.
Right.
Right, you're back in your woes. Read it again.
For if there be first a willing mind,
right,
it is accepted according to that a man hath,
right,
and not according to that he hath not.
So, like the brother put, it's you got to have a willing mind. That's the only way this is going to work. And I'm saying that because, listen, you're going to have a lot of people that watch this class eventually, and they're going to say, man, really, I got depression, I got spirits of depression, I got this bothering me. The pills are not going to work. They're going to make you more deaf, dumb, blind, foolish, out of it, docile. That's not going to work. You have to start knowing that the spirit that dwells in your mind can only be controlled by a more powerful spirit. That is the word of the Most High. So before we get into that, because I don't want to jump, let's go back to Job, because I don't want to jump. I want to get the rest of these scriptures out. Go ahead.
Job chapter 6, verse 4.
Go ahead.
For the arrows of the Almighty are within you.
The what?
The arrows of the Almighty are within you.
Right, the arrows of the Almighty, and that's how a lot of people feel, man. They feel, man, like, listen, God is against me. You know what I mean? The Most High is against me. Like, there's no way out. This is just it. And that depression can push them to what? Suicide. Right? We talked about that with the anxiety. Right? It pushes them to a suicidal mind state. Right? So, you got to see that it's a normal thing. What man upon earth ain't gonna have problem with bills? Tell me. Listen, if you are even a millionaire, Will Smith is what? Thinking about his damn bills, right?
Damn.
All he got is just bigger bills. There ain't nobody sitting back, okay, I paid everything off, because the white man set it up to where if you bought the house, now you got to pay taxes on those land. So I got to pay taxes. So let's say if you pay the taxes up for 10 years, you still going to have to worry about when those 10 years is done.
Yeah, that 11th year? Oh, yeah, they coming.
They coming for you.
As if you never paid.
So there's no running from this, the trials and things that we have to deal with life.
And on that, because it makes me think of the scripture. I'm gonna get it though. It talks about the wicked. They have sleepless nights. Why? Because you got it.
Yeah, but y'all hold that though.
Okay. You know where I was going.
Yeah, I know exactly where y'all going.
Come on, son.
Go ahead, read on.
For the arrows of the Almighty are within me.
Uh-huh.
The poison whereof drinketh up my spirit.
They what?
Drinketh up my spirit.
And how many of y'all sit at home and feel that same way? Man, you ain't going through what I'm going through. I'm battling. I'm not going through. I'm not having that specific trial.
Right.
But I got another trial. Believe that.
That's real.
I might not have your trial, but as a human, I have another trial. So we all go through these battles, man. Go from there. Go to Psalm 77, verse 4.
Right. Because it's like the scripture says, every man that's born upon the earth must fight. Everybody's going to have a battle.
Right. Where's that one? Get it.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and read that. Psalm 77, verse 4.
Psalm 77, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Thou holdest mine eyes waking.
Go ahead.
I am so troubled that I cannot speak.
Yeah, how many people feel that way? I talk to certain brothers and sisters. I'm like, do you pray? No, I don't pray. Why not? Because I don't think my prayer is going to be heard. That's sad. You're not understanding the method to get out of what your problems are. There's only one way to get out of this, is for you to seek the Most High, for you to plead to the Most High, for you to show the Most High more humility, so that way He can hear you. It's not running from the Most High, it's going to Him. But once again, it is the way of life. It is the way of life. You're not going to escape this. You're not going to escape the little trials, the pain, the suffering. Hey, listen, if you look around the world and you see, if you just drive down the damn hood, right? If you can say, I can drive down the hood, guarantee you your life is better than some people. Because while you're driving, you ever see that lonely sister, pregnant, with her kids, walking towards the bus or at the bus stop? So your trials ain't hard. You're thinking like, man, woe is me, you just don't understand my life. You got bread, you eat,
God.
you got a roof over your head,
God.
right? You're chubby. Look at these brothers and sisters out in the street eating out the trash. They eating out the garbage, right?
God.
It always could be worse. So What are you talking about? And that's what they say, looking on the brighter side, right? Because you got to see that's really what it's going to take. It's going to take you keeping your mind in the right place. Because you're going to think that you're catching more hell than anybody else. And that nobody understands you. That's the biggest demons when dealing with depression. It's not what you're catching. It's not the trial. It's what? Nobody understands me. When that's a damn lie. Nobody can understand what I'm going through at this time. That's a damn lie. And those are the demons that are consuming you and will ultimately destroy you if you don't start controlling them. Yeah, go ahead.
It makes me think the whole scenario is when Yahushua, he would sleep on the ship during the storm.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you got everybody on the ship panicking left and right, going up and down. And where's Yahushua? He's down asleep. He's comfy where he's at. And that's what we have to do. We have to learn to take, like the scripture says, patience, and then enjoy in the position, in the trial of where we're at. Why? Because it could be worse.
Right.
The Most High could give us over to a reprobate mind. He could give us over to famine and pestilence and the things that the rest of the world has to experience. What we have now, it's nothing.
What is worse for you? Why are you depressed? Because you can't play Fortnite next week. Right? That's kids. I can't play Fortnite. Or I can't get on the video game because it's school now. Right? Why is the grown-up depressed? Because you know what, man? You know, I met this girl on Tinder, man, and she made me pay for her dinner. You know what I mean? That's what you're depressed about. Your light bill. My car note's going to be 3 days late. Are you serious? Like, it's going to be 3 days late. Now you're already going to slit your wrist. Why? Because you don't understand that life is much, much more. What about the person with no arms, no legs, and no limbs? No limbs, no legs, just moving with stubs. What about the ones that can't see, the blind? Right? What about the deaf? Right? What about the people that are talking to themselves? So you're looking at things the wrong way, and that's where depression starts to seep in. Is like you can't see the brighter side of things. Where you gonna go?
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 57.
2nd Ezra 7:57. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 67.
57.
I didn't even add that one. Go ahead.
Then answered he me and said, "This is the condition of the battle."
So this is what you have to go through. This is the blueprint. As soon as you get that umbilical cord cut from your mother,
right.
This is your condition.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
He's telling you you have to fight. You have no ifs, ands, or buts. But during the duration of this fight, who are you going to trust in? What are you going to put your trust in order to endure this battle until Yahushua?
Right. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. These first scriptures, we're talking about it's normal. It's normal. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go to the white man. You don't have to smoke weed every day. That's what niggas believe.
They do.
I got to get high every day or else, man, I just snap on people. Because you haven't learned how to control your mind through other things than weed and drinking and sex and some fictitious, I want to put music loud in my car and act. I want to act like I'm happy instead of understand what really makes you happy and joyous. It's comprehending themes around you and why and what reason they happen. That's the only time. What you're going to say? We're going there. Yeah, we're going there. I got that in my notes. Yes, sir. Right there. But before you do that, before we go to Ecclesiastes 40, because that's right on point, go to Job 2, verse 13. Job 2, verse 13.
Job 2, verse 13.
Go ahead.
So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days.
Right, talking about Job. Read.
And 7 nights.
Read.
And none spake a word unto him.
Read.
For they saw that his grief was very great.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of men, there's a lot of brothers, there's a lot of sisters that have a little grief in their life. You're going to have battles. You're going to have situations, man. People are going to dislike you. Right? You're going to get an argument. You're going to have arguments with family, friends. You're going to lose family. Death is going to come into your life. Right? But how do you deal with it? How do you deal with these things, man? And this is what is destructive, because our people don't know how to cast down these imaginations and break down these walls that are constantly being built around them. And America is not teaching you. The white man is not teaching you how to overcome these issues. They're not going to teach you. They're the biggest drug dealers on the face of the earth. So their job is to sell you dope. You know what I mean? They're not trying to fix you. That's what, because they don't know how to fix something spiritual. You can't grasp and hold and jail the spirit. So they don't know how to deal with it. You can't shoot the spirit. That's how the white man deal with everything. Deal with it. Shoot him. You can't shoot the spirit. So now you got to deal with these issues. Job, his grief, the pain, the suffering, this is what we all deal with in life. At one point in time or the other. Go to Psalm 6, verse 6. Psalms 6 and 6.
Psalm chapter 6, verse 6.
Go ahead.
I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I my bed to swim.
Right, but look how David dealt with it. See, he was saying his groaning, his weariness, with his tears, he was crying nightly, daily. You got that. But how do we fix this? How do we help these people? Right? How do we get them out of this mode to where the weight is so much? It's too much. Go ahead.
All the night make I my bed to swim.
Right. Go back to Job 6 and 9. So you get this, man. Many of the prophets were let me read it again. It said melancholy, misery, sadness, unhappiness, sorrow, woe, gloom. Many of the prophets. But did David kill himself? Was David popping pills to make it to the next day? You think David, the king, filled with the Holy Spirit, the friend of the Lord, right? No, the Abraham was the friend. David was a man after his own heart. Right? You think he was around just popping pills and drunk all the time to deal with the death of his children? Right? His children were off. Right? They started doing wickedness.
Or his daughter got raped.
His daughter got raped. Absalom was a demon. Right? The Most High took his baby. Right?
God.
What did he do? Pop pills all day? Smoke weed every day? Is that what he did? Nah. Joseph, he was thrown in the ditch, disliked of his brothers, treated wrong. What did he do? For the rest of Joseph's life, he had to take Zachrafin.
Xanax.
He had to take Zachrafin. Could give you diarrhea, blood in your stool, right? Anal bleeding. Everything's just somewhat anal bleeding or something.
Always.
Right? Right? You think Joseph was walking around like that? And thus saith the Lord, Joseph was a sad nigga the rest of the days of his life. Nah, man. You got to think about it. Job, right? Who else? Daniel. Every brother and sister that was in captivity and had to deal with all these nations over us, they was just walking around sad, distraught, down, with no hope. Nah, man. This is the cards we've been dealt. Now we got to understand why the Most High put you there. What did I do? Do I deserve this?
Nobody ever asked that question.
Yeah, you don't want to be real with yourself. Why does the Most High God got me in this situation? Did I do something wrong? Is the Lord trying me? Because I always talk about let Jesus take the wheel. When he take the wheel and the wheel is just is going, then it's like, damn, I don't like you driving. A lot of people don't ask these things and they don't know how to deal with it. Where you at? Read where you at.
Job chapter 6 verse 9.
Go ahead.
Even that it would please the Most High to destroy you.
Go ahead.
That he would let loose his hand and cut me off.
Yeah, how many people feel that way? Man, I wish I was just dead. Have the Most High just cut me off, kill me. But see, they don't think like that these days. You know what they think like? I'm gonna just kill myself.
Yeah.
But Job was like, man, only if the Most High could have just took me out. That's how much hell he was catching. How much trials and tribulation he was catching. And a lot of people don't understand, man, damn. There's men in the scriptures, there's men in life that overcame these situations. How did I overcome them? Where's the answers at? Right? Is the answer in death? No, because you're going to suffer after death for trying to take your own life or taking your own life. That ain't the answer. You got to say that one, right? Because a lot of people go straight from that depression is so thick, they want to kill yourself. That's not the answer. That's not going to help you. Right? Just let's think about it. Depression's in the mind, right? And it's something that a lot of people think you can't take out. Why? Because it's in the mind. And the only way to stop your thinking, right? They think to take out the body. But your consciousness never ends. That don't make no damn sense. How are you going to take out your consciousness when it's not something tangible? Killing yourself is not going to help.
No, you gotta kill those thoughts.
Yeah.
That's he said it in what was it? What was the movie we always watch?
What?
With the spinner.
Inception.
Inception. He said the hardest thing to kill is a thought.
Yeah.
But this is the formula. The only reason why the hardest thing to kill is a thought is because nobody ever picked up a book and read.
Right.
Nobody ever picks up the Bible and say,
well, they're not trained how to control their thoughts.
right, okay,
And that's why it says the thoughts of mortal man are miserable.
right,
Right?
God.
Right. So they're never, go to, and I don't want to jump too off the point, but go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. They're never taught this. And we touched on this before. I wanted to go a different way with this class. So you're not going to see all those other scriptures that we always pull. We're going a different way. But I do want to put this one in here. Read that. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
And that's what they're not seeing.
Right.
They're not seeing that you're trying to kill a spirit with a gun, with pills, with something physical. In America, the white man, these doctors will have you think that's the only way. Now, pills, what they do to your body and to your mind, to your blood, to your I'm going to say this word, your genes, is control you to shut down mentally. They can't destroy your conscience eventually, because if you destroy the body enough, you can destroy the mind.
Right.
But what these pills do is just shut you down. That's why a lot of people that take those pills, they're just they shrink. It's like they shrink. Or what they do is they take the pills to block certain things in your mind, your blood, your body. They're not blocking spirits, but what they're doing is blocking things in your body. And that's how they attack it. You can't attack the spiritual with carnal things. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That's not going to help you. You'll be on drugs your whole damn life. It's you getting the spiritual power to be able to conquer these things that are overcoming you spiritually. But I'm showing you a lot of times it's not even that serious. A lot of things that you're going to go through regularly. But finish that. Come on.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Go ahead.
But mighty.
But what?
But mighty.
See, the weapons that we deal with, the weapons that America, pills, drugs, liquor, they don't understand about is a spiritual weapon. It's the scriptures, the words. They are spirit and they are life. Right. That's gonna change. That's supposed to. Remember, it's you giving into it, just like you give into the drugs and the liquor. Because I know what you're saying. Well, the pills, they help. This will help too if you believe it. Just like you believe you popping that pill is going to change the way you feel and think. Same thing with this. Same thing with the word. And that's all it is. It's all about the mind, you rationalizing these things. Man, this class is about a lot of brothers and sisters helping them not to get that demon of killing themselves. The demon of depression. Why are you depressed? I'm not happy. I'm married to this man and I'm not happy. Because you don't understand your marriage. I'm at this job and don't want to be there. You're doing something that you don't love. You were supposed to either love it or not, or switch it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how life is. You're doing all these things that you can control, but you don't control. You don't change them. You don't fix them. And you're just there in the slump. Of course that's destructive. See, that's why the scriptures tell you you're supposed to be, whatever you do it with love. Do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord. So watch, read on, come on.
But mighty is the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
And that's what the Bible does. That's what the wisdom does. It pulls down strongholds. It pulls down these demons and thoughts that tell you your job is the most depressing thing in the world and there is no other way out of this life. Your husband, your family, your kids living, what's the point? There's no happiness in nothing. But we're reading that even men in the scriptures have moments and times where they fell into a slump in a battle in life. Don't get it twisted. Job wasn't one book. You're talking about a time period. Job had to go through this. How many of y'all go through one slump and it's over? It's like one day. Sometimes it's one battles, but when you read what Job was going through, that was a process of time. And he didn't go kill himself. I mean, there was times where he was so sad, he was like, man, Yahweh, just take me out. Right. But he knew that wasn't the way. So we got to go back to the method for everything. Yahweh Shai said, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
St. John 14:6.
We got to go through the method, the life. And we got to rationalize, and we got to figure out our problems, man, and fix those problems according to the knowledge of the Most High. So let's jump back. Because I want to get through these. Go where you at right now?
Job 6 verse 10.
Right, read verse 11, and then you're going to jump over to Job 23. Go ahead.
What is my strength that I should hope?
Right.
And what is my head that I should prolong my life?
You see how he felt? Go to Job 23 and 2. Job was like, man, Yahweh, what's the point? And everybody gets like that at times, man. You go through these battles. Go Job 23 verse 2. Read that.
Even today is my complaint bitter.
Go ahead.
My stroke is heavier than my groaning.
How many people believe that?
Dang.
They be like, man, you don't understand what I'm going through. My stroke is what?
Heavier than my groaning.
He said, the whooping, I can't even cry loud enough. Man, this punishment is heavy on me. This weight that's on me, man, is heavy. Go to Psalm 6, verse 3. Psalms 6, verse 3.
My soul is also sore vexed.
Uh-huh.
But thou, O Lord, how long?
Right. You see that? What did the prophets have to come back and do? They had to recognize the Most High. They had to recognize the Creator. And that's where the depression gets in us and consumes us. You stop recognizing the Most High. You stop understanding that whatever you're going through, the thumb of the Lord is on you. Now, no, hold that. Go ahead, read. Go to Psalms 31 and 9. You stop recognizing that the thumb of the Most High is on you, and He's the one controlling every little thing you're going through. I mean, it's simple. Okay, I'm catching hell. Why? I'm not happy at my job. Why? Do you think, like, nobody got a gun to your head? Quit the job. Right? I'm not happy in my relationship. How do I fix it? Go work those things out. Well, I'm not happy with life. You get a lot of people with that. I'm not happy with living.
Okay.
What are you living for? What right? If you living for the carnal things, you're not going to get pleasure in them.
Right? 'Cause Solomon said the eye is never satisfied.
Right. All is vanity.
Come.
So you're not going to get pleasure in that. So everything has an answer to it. There ain't no one, right, you know what, yeah, life is terrible, shoot yourself in the face. No. Everything is a reason, and everything comes back with a solution on how to fix it. Now, do you want to fix the solution, or do you want to stay that way? Read where you at. Psalms 31 and 9 and 10. Go ahead.
31 verse 9. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble.
And that's what they're forgetting. You're forgetting to go to the Most High. You're forgetting to seek the Most High. Seek the Most High 3 times. Let me add that one. You're forgetting to seek the Most High. You're forgetting to ask the Most High. Why? You're forgetting that God is control of everything. And if He's in control of everything, man, let me start asking Him to help me out. And that's where this depression, it slumps. A lot of these people that are depressed, they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in the Most High, man. They don't believe in prayer. They don't believe in that things in their life you can get out of them. They don't believe that. Read it again,
Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble.
Go ahead.
Mine eye is consumed with grief.
Read.
Yea, my soul and my belly.
Read.
For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength faileth because of my iniquity.
You see what the prophets understood? What am I doing? Because of my iniquity. I'm going through all this pain and suffering. You ain't going through that for nothing. You gotta ask yourself, man, why are these demons hard on you? Did I do something to the Creator? Am I not pleasing the Most High? Now, if you don't believe in the Most High, you better start. Because this is the problem now. The problem is, if you're going through all this hell, you want to kill yourself, you want to end your life, it's because you don't got the Most High in your life. You got to start seeking the Most High.
Because by iniquity, and my bones are consumed.
And this is what a lot of people have to recognize. If I'm catching hell, is it because of iniquity? Is it because of punishment? Is it because I got to look at myself and change something about my mind, my spirit, people around me, my company? Maybe it's somebody you're around. You know what I mean? A lot of people be around people that facilitate more drama, more death, more drugs, right? More sadness, more depression.
Yeah.
A lot of people facilitate that. You got that?
Yeah. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28.
Baruch 4. You sure?
See God 10 times.
Huh?
Because it was in your mind to go astray. See, 10 times.
No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Hold off on that. Go from there. Go to Proverbs 18 verse 14. Proverbs 18 verse 14. I thought it was.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity,
Go ahead.
but a wounded spirit who can bear?
Right. So what does that mean? The spirit of man can sustain his infirmities. So what has to happen to this man?
In the spirit, you gotta sustain it.
You got to become more spiritually strong, more mentally strong. Right? Quantazat was I think we put it the other day. A wise man becomes stronger and stronger, right? Job said it. Find me that one real quick. Yeah, it says you're supposed to become stronger and stronger. You got to start now working out your mental and your spiritual eye. You got to start getting your spiritual strength up and creating a stronger mentality. That is what's going to get you out of the distress, gloomy, woe. And you got to gain a clarity of everything that's going on around you.
Proverbs 24 and 5.
Yeah, read that real quick. Just read it for me real quick. And then you grab me, go to Psalm, Ecclesiasticus. Now go to Ecclesiastes 40 verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 5.
Yeah, read that.
A wise man is strong.
A what?
A wise man is strong.
Go ahead.
Yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength.
Right. You're supposed to be gaining more strength. You're supposed to be gaining more confidence. You're supposed to be gaining more ways to think yourself out of these slumps. Anybody you talk to, they're in a slump. Anybody that has depression, they're in a slump and they don't know how to get out. They got feelings that are overcoming them, that are controlling them beyond what they understand. All the chemicals in your brain and in your body is now consuming you. But just as they consume you, guess what? How did you get them there? How did you get those chemicals to start weighing you down? See, a lot of people don't see that. How did you get your mind there? How did you get your thoughts in that way? You meditated on it. You thought upon it. And you what? You let them weigh you down. And that's why, brothers and sisters, man, we talk about it all the time. Meditate therein day and night. Are you meditating on the precepts? Are you meditating on the laws and commandments? Because that's the only way you're going to understand how the Most High, the Creator, does things in your life and why He does things. And know that He's in control. Read where you're at. Ecclesiasticus 40 verse 1.
Ecclesiastes 40 verse 1.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 40 and 1. Read that.
Great travail is created for every man.
You see that?
Damn. Yeah.
Everybody catches it. From the king to the janitor. Go ahead.
And a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
Yeah, that's what scriptures say we were born into iniquity. We were born into sin. And right now, sin is destructive. Wickedness is destructive. It's going to these mentalities and minds are going to consume us, being that sin is around us, corruption is around us, wickedness is around us on every side. So what do you think is going to happen? That mind state is consuming. That's why you got kids. You got kids that have depression. But how? How do you have depression? Right? That's why I said when my kids come around with that sad spirit, I'm like, you ain't sad, you just spoiled as hell. You got everything you want and you don't know how to control your mind and appreciate what you do have. You got these spoiled kids that shoot up the damn schools, shoot up the malls, white kids. They're spoiled. They got everything. But what it is that they take it for granted. What you got?
It was just on the point you said before you pulled the scripture. It was Romans 6:16.
Go ahead.
It was saying, it says, "Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to,
Right.
his servants ye are, to whom ye obey, whether sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness."
Right.
So if you're occupying yourself or you're surrounding yourself around that crowd of negativity, then that's what you're subject to. But if you surround yourselves in the book, men of understanding, Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and 37.
If you're surrounding yourself around those thoughts, what thoughts are you entertaining?
And that's what you're going to be subject to.
Right.
So whether positive, it says whether sin unto death, then that's what you're going to bring. Because you're messing around with that, you're thinking upon that, you're musing upon that, and you're surrounding yourselves with that.
Right.
But if you do it under righteousness, then you're gonna come out of that slump.
You're going to come out of this mentality, this mind state, this hurtful, destructive mind state. Now, what we're talking about here in Ecclesiastes 40 is common to all men.
It is.
Trials, tribulation, catching hell, getting a flat tire, losing your job, right?
Losing your apartment.
Losing your apartment, right? Losing a loved one, losing a girlfriend, losing a boyfriend. That's life. That's travail. It's not good, but what? You have to deal with it, right? But why is it more to others than us? Think about it. Why you can lose a wife, girlfriend, a child, a family member, and you can sit back and know how to rationalize that. And you got other people that don't know how to rationalize and get through those things. We're going to show you. Read on. Read.
From the day that they go out of their mother's womb, to the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Go ahead.
Their imagination of things to come, and the day of death.
Yeah, all those things, man. Just anxiety of what things are to come. But once again, talking about anxiety, you don't understand. The Most High got control of everything. I don't have to be anxious. I don't have to be anxious. Why? Because the day is sufficient. If I'm doing the pleasing to the Most High, then the Most High is going to already set up things how it's supposed to go. And how it's supposed to go, I understand that. I understand that.
Okay.
So I'm driving, I head out. I'm thinking I'm finna go home tonight, right? But what happens? I go out, I got 2 flats, right?
Right.
But everybody left already before me, so I'm the last one leaving. So I gotta fix those 2 flats by myself, right?
Right.
But we in a bad neighborhood, right?
God.
You see, it's like, well, why? Oh man, my life is garbage. FML, right? I hate my life.
That's what they say.
Or is it the Most High just stopped me from an accident down the block? Or is it the Most High stopped me from a robbery? Cats was waiting for me by my house. Right?
Or for me to spread this word to this brother that's walking down the street.
Right, the guy that said, hey, let me help you with that flat. Like, see, the thing is that the way people think and the reason why a wicked mind is destructive is for that reason. That wicked mind is destructive and it constantly consumes. It constantly consumes the individual that thinks like that. And we're going to get into it. Watch, check this out. Go ahead. Verse 2.
And the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart.
Right. You see that? The day of death trouble. Right? Read.
From him that sitteth on a throne of glory, unto him that is humble in earth and ashes.
Right? To the supreme being. To Trump, his fat red ass sitting up in the White House. To our people over here in the ghettos and the slums. We all still have to deal with these things. It's not going to change. Go ahead.
From him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with a linen frock.
Go ahead.
Wrath and envy.
What?
Wrath and envy.
You have to deal with it, man. You have to deal with these things. Read.
Trouble.
Read.
And unquietness.
Yeah, read.
Fear of death.
Read.
And anger.
Read.
And strife.
Read. All right, for all y'all that don't understand exactly what I was saying earlier, this is the method. He's telling us, yeah, that's what man is given to. It's nothing else. You got to deal with them. But how? How do I cast down imaginations and start controlling these things around me? Y'all got to think about this, man. If everybody might as well kill themselves then. If we thought like that. If we thought, whoa, man, life is too hard, then everybody should. But is that what everybody thinks? Nah. We ain't all thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill myself. Why? Because my light bill came, it's $500. Slit wrist. You're like, okay, my light bill, guess what? Your light bill is coming every month. It ain't going nowhere. If you keep making the wrong decisions, guess what? You're going to get that wicked husband or wicked wife every time. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, this is my life. It got something to do with how you think.
You got to break that cycle of insanity.
What you pull into you.
Right. No, you got to break that cycle of insanity.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the same, that's what sanity is. You're doing the same thing expecting different results. If you acting like a hoe and you get garbage guys that attract to you, then guess what? That's always going to happen.
Right.
So what do? How do you break that cycle? You got to stop dressing like a hoe, and you're going to stop getting garbage guys.
Yeah, but that ain't the logic. It's sitting back. It's like getting smacked in your face and you asking the person, well, why are you smacking me in the face? Because you ain't blocking it.
Right.
Because you ain't blocking it. You know what I mean? You're letting all these things happen to you instead of understanding why and being able to move, being able to know your creator and talk to him and say, hey, what could I do to get out of this? That's the power. I mean, how many times we go over it? The Most High gave Adam the 5 senses. And he said he imparted unto them understanding. The Most High didn't leave us here dumb, stupid, ignorant. He gave us the wisdom to conquer these things in life. He didn't say, okay, let me drop Adam, Eve, y'all kill yourself. He didn't say that. All these things in life we go through, man, but he gave us the method to get out of it. Come on, read.
And in the time of rest upon his bed,
right?
His night sleep do change his knowledge.
Read.
A little or nothing is his rest.
And that's everybody. That's everybody. A little or nothing is your rest. You're battling. You're battling these things mentally. Go ahead.
And afterward he is in his sleep.
Read.
As in a day of keeping watch.
Right, and you sweating tossing and turning, right? But why don't you have peace? Peace of mind, peace of spirit, peace in your thoughts. Why? You think somebody's out to get you all the time, right? You're never thinking you're going to get the right man. You're never thinking you're going to get the right woman. You're never thinking you're going to get the right job. If y'all listening to what I'm saying and what's all in common, you're listening to a person that is always worried about the carnal. A lot of people don't understand the reason why you're self-imploding is because you're always worried about the wrong things. You're worried about the carnal things in life, and they never please you. They never make you happy. Come on.
Trouble in the vision of his heart.
Read.
As if he were escaped out of a mountain.
Read.
When all is safe, he awakened and marveled that the fear was nothing.
Go ahead.
Such things happen unto all flesh.
Read.
Both man and beast.
Read.
And that
listen. Do you have lions committing suicide? He said it happens to all beasts.
Yeah.
That means what? They waking up, they're in the woods, right? And they hear those steps and they're like, anxiety, like, something out there? Right? But are they running and saying, you know what? I'm finna dive on this stick. Nah, man. They understand. Is it a cum laude? No, it's a.
That means no worries.
No, what's the way of life? The circle of life. What is it?
That's
A cum laude.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah.
That's the circle of life. The animals understand that, but we don't. Now, here's the thing. Read this again.
Such things happen unto all flesh.
Go ahead.
Both man and beast.
Read.
And that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
That is sevenfold more upon sinners. So I'm going to repeat it again. If you thinking that you don't have, if you're not a God-fearing person, we get it. We understand why you want to kill yourself. Because without the Most High, you're a fool. You're already headed to destruction. You're already headed to destruction. And all these torments are going to torment you till you destroy yourself. So you better lock in. You better forget what this damn America is teaching you and understand that your Creator is right there over your head, over your mind, over your body. And until you commit to Him, it's going to get worse. That's for the wicked. That's for the ones that say they don't believe in the Most High. But listen, everybody else that does believe in the Creator, you got a lot of us still going through it. Right? They're saying, yeah, I believe in the Most High, but you're not searching the Most High and seeking Him B times. Go to 1 Corinthians 10:3. Time is dwindling down.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3.
Go ahead.
And did all eat.
1 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 10:3. 10:13. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 10. I'm sorry. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Let's start it again.
1 Corinthians 10:13.
Go ahead.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
And that's what the average person has to understand. That, yeah, you're not this wicked person that don't believe in God. They're already headed for damn torment, death, destruction, and even in their life they got no hope. But you're supposed to understand anything that I've been put through, that I'm going through. There's a way and a method out of this. This is what we're supposed to get. Anything and everything that I'm going through is a method out of it. Read it again.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
There's nothing that I'm going through that ain't common to the sons of Adam. So when I get the method, I got to understand, man, it's easy enough just to apply and to get myself out of this slump, this mind, this feeling, this emotion, whatever you want to call it, this thinking. Go ahead.
But the Most High is faithful.
The Most High is what?
Faithful.
And that's the problem. A lot of brothers and sisters lost faith. A lot of people that deal with depression, you lost faith in who and why and what. You lost faith in the Creator. And the only way for you to come out of this mind is to lock back into the Most High and understand, man, the only way I'm going to get out of this thinking is to put my trust and my hope in the Most High. Go ahead.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
So, what does that mean? That everything you're going through is, he didn't drop Adam and Eve here and said, man, I'm going to put you through something that nobody ever went through and nobody's ever going to go through, and you know what? You can't handle it. The Most High don't deal like that, man. The Creator doesn't deal like that. He says, why should you die? He says, I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth. He don't want you to die. He says, live ye, Israel, live. It says, choose ye life. Most High don't want you to die. The Most High don't want you to be consumed with sorrow, with punishment and pain. So you got it twisted. But it's all your thinking. It's all your feelings. It's all your emotions. Go ahead.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
He will make a what?
A way to escape.
The Most High he already's made the way to escape. Now you got to apply this. How do I get out of this, man? I'm hurting. I'm doubting. I'm second questioning my life. What my purpose is.
And you know, one thing, you know, because I get it about being depressed. I get it about being between, you know, in your mind, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, you know. But one thing I always do, aside from getting counsel, because that's the first thing I always do.
Right.
I see a man of understanding, I get thee be times unto him and ask him. All right. I read, but then I'm thinking in my mind, you got to think ahead of time. See, we're always caught up on ourselves. We're still stuck. If you're depressed, you're still selfish. It's a form of selfishness. What you got to do is you got to understand. Okay, I'm going through a situation. I'm going through a hard time. But why am I doing this? I'm doing this for the next man. Because why did Howard Shai live the life he lived?
Okay, so let's apply that to people that are not in the truth. And that you're right. A lot of people don't understand that you're there for your children. Mm-hmm. You're there for your family. You're right. It's a lot of selfishness, but a lot of people they don't have no hope. They don't have no vision. They don't have nothing they're fighting for. So in essence, they're like, yeah, but I don't care about. I'm not fighting for nothing, and that's the problem. That's the problem. But you got a lot of people in life, because yeah, that what you said applies to us.
Right.
I'm fighting for this man. But who are they fighting for?
They're fighting for an incorruptible crown.
They should be fighting for an incorruptible crown. That's the whole thing, that they got no vision.
No, I said they're fighting for a corruptible crown.
Oh, they're fighting for a corruptible crown.
The people without the knowledge, the wisdom, that's what they're doing. And then once they obtain that corruptible crown, they're like, that's when they get depressed. They're like, well, dang, this is it.
Yeah.
Because I take it back to the artist from Lincoln Park, Chester.
Yeah.
He left. He committed suicide. This guy has 6 or 7 kids.
6 or 7 kids who committed suicide.
Yeah, he had plenty of money to go around for all his kids. He a beautiful wife, great music. This guy could sing his butt off. Thousands, millions of fans, but he was still depressed. Wow, that's selfish. Because he got on top of.
He lost. He's not fighting for nothing no more.
He wasn't. Nah. He got caught up. He got caught up into
There
that.
is a method to the madness. What we got here? We have enough vision to look past our conditions and move forward. Now you're talking. Yeah, now you're talking. Yeah. Yeah, because what happens is, and I'm reading y'all comments on there. You're right, and everything we're talking about is correct, because you know what? Y'all got to watch that Dave Chappelle, the new comedy special. But the first joke he actually made was about David Bourdon, the guy that travels around the world and kill himself. Yeah, he and it was a joke, but he basically showed you how the white man is and how the Israelite is. He says this man had a job flying around the world, eating in every country, having money. He ended up went to a high-end hotel and hung himself. He says, then he goes to tell you about the story of a Judite that was a lawyer, worked his whole life to be a lawyer, worked all these many years. His woman took half. He's living with his mama. He's living. He broke this down, and it was a joke for him. He was like, "Guess what? The nigga ain't one time thought about killing himself." He said, "That's the guy should have thought about, damn." He said, "I was almost gonna suggest maybe you ever thought about." That was his joke. But the point is that it's weak mind. It's selfish mind, what you're talking about.
That's exactly what it is.
It's not understanding, like you said about this guy, Chester. I am not fighting for my kids. Like, I'm so caught up into myself that I'm not understanding. I'm here for the next man. I'm here for my child. And here's the thing. People that deal with depression, I guarantee you the way Americans think, they're not thinking about that. They're not looking at it the way we think with the knowledge. Damn, I'm fighting for the next man. I'm fighting for my brother, my sister, my children, my family, my wife, my husband, my mama. They're not looking at it like that, man. Because America don't give a damn. It teaches you, man, do what you like, do what you feel, all the way to death. Yeah. They're just gonna have to understand this.
That's the motto.
Slit or hang yourself. So yeah, man, it's a sickness, it's a disease, man, that if you ain't got the spirit on you, it will overcome you. So go from there, read Psalm 42 verse 5. It's a spirit, it's a demon that will overcome you. And you gotta know what you're dealing with. That's why even you young kids, when y'all get in this mode, y'all get in this mind of depression, you get in the spirit of sadness, you gotta ask yourself. That's why, like I said, with my kids, I don't play that. I be like, you little brat, man, you got damn everything. You know what I mean? You cried for a room, guess what? You got the room. You didn't have a room, you were bunked up with each other, now you got the room. Now you got your bed. Now you're still not happy. Why? Because all your socks are missing. This is like, really? Is that what life, like, is that what you're gonna get sad about?
Yeah.
You see that? Or you wanted to go to the park today, so you're gonna have I can't get out the house. Really? You can get out the house anytime. You didn't make it to the park today, it's okay, you will make it tomorrow. You see that? But it's things like that spoiled ass, lazy-minded, no spirit Americans push to our people and our kids and put this on TV. And then they have you watch a Netflix series on why it's okay to be sad and depressed and down. And then they want to know, why is the suicide rate high? Because this is what the hell you're programming our children.
Oh yeah, that TV show, what's it called? 13 Reasons?
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Is it to help them kill themselves? Or is it to help them not to? When you look at the series, Is it to help them kill themselves or not? Psalms 42 verse 5. Come on, let's get through the rest of these.
Why art thou cast down,
Uh-huh.
O my soul?
Go ahead.
And why art thou disquieted in me?
Right. Read.
Hope thou in the Most High.
Do what?
Hope thou in the Most High.
What class?
Hope thou in the Most High.
Hope in the Most High. Hope in the Most High. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We got to go to the Creator. He's the one controlling all of this. He's moving the pieces. You ain't got to damn blow yourself away and kill yourself. What's wrong? I'm just down and out. Because, you know, what happened? Got a flat. Ain't got the money to fix the flat. Got it. It's like, bruh, get over it.
I went and got Chipotle, had a leaky burrito, and it ripped apart while I was eating it.
Right.
I'm pissed. I'm emotional.
Wow, you hear that one?
I'm pissed. I'm
Do
emotional.
y'all hear this?
Uh,
The leaky burrito? I couldn't even come up with that one. You got a leaky burrito, so you open up this big ass burrito, and you was all happy. Your spirit was up because you was ready. You was like, man, Barakatah Yahweh. You said your four corners. You just say one prayer. You hit all the four corners. You know what I mean? Open up the burrito. It leaked, and that tore up your whole day.
Jesus.
But you see, what the problem is, while you over here finna die over your leaky burrito, the burrito that fell on the ground, the bum is gonna crawl up and eat that burrito. While you're crying over the burrito. But that's how selfish, fat, overweight, self-indulgent Americans be, and they don't got the spirit of the mind to understand that no, there's worse things that can be happening. There's worse things that can be happening to you. Hope in the Most High. Read.
For I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance.
Go ahead.
O my power.
Jump down to verse 11.
Why art thou cast down, O my soul?
And that's what you should be asking. Why are you cast down, oh my soul? Read.
And why art thou disquieted within me?
Read.
Hope thou in the Most High.
Do what?
Hope thou in the Most High.
He kept repeating it. Man, hope in the Most High. Lock back into your faith. Understand that the Most High controls everything. I'm going to tell y'all this, and y'all hear me say this a lot. 2 reasons all things happen. You either getting your ass whipped by the Lord for something you did wickedly, or the Most High is trying. And that's it. That's it. You understand? And within that, you can say, okay, it's happening because this diverted me from doing that. But it's those reasons, man. A lot of times, a lot of us deserve the butt whipping you're getting.
God.
So instead of being all disquieted and down and out about it, sit back and understand what the Most High is doing in your life, what the Creator's doing, and why. That's why he told Paul, he said, are you going to kick against the pricks? Are you going to kick against the Most High? No. You understand that? You can't. So what you going to do? Huh? You just going to complain and complain and complain and complain and murmur and murmur and murmur? Nah, you got to hope in the Most High. Start trusting back in the Most High. Go to Matthew 11:28.
And you know that's what Paul did, because he had an ailment, right?
Right.
He had an ailment, and he sought the Most High, 3 times?
Right.
And the Most High said, you know what? My grace is sufficient enough for you. He said, then let thy will be done.
Yeah.
He took it and rolled.
Yeah.
He wasn't all butthurt and in his feelings and emotional. This isn't the work. This isn't the truth anymore.
Right.
He said, okay, well, if your grace is sufficient enough.
If you say that, I don't know if the Most High with me. This ain't the truth. Actually, he said, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. So, y'all brothers and sisters, a lot of Israelites and people that really start serving the Most High in righteousness, you want to know, damn, why is it harder in the truth? Because now you're actually accountable. You're actually getting all the information you were supposed to have gotten. Now you're accountable. In the church, You didn't even open up the Bible. You didn't open up the Bible. All the information you're getting now, oh, you accountable. So what happens in your life? Those spirits move. Oh, he understands that. She knows that, and they move. Well, let's try them. Okay, Lord, this person, they say they believe. They're all hallelujah, amen. Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Satan's like, yeah, the only reason he's saying amen and Barakatah Yahweh is because, look, he got his business, he got his car, he got this, he got that, his wife is in order, and then you catch a little hell and it's what? Woe is me. Dear mama. Right? From the cradle to the grave. You're trying to talk like Job. I wish the Lord had put me from the grave, from the belly to the grave.
Yeah, I hate, bro. And that's the thing. Like, everybody compares themselves to Job. Like, Job didn't even sin.
Right.
The scripture says our righteousness is as filthy rags.
Yeah.
We just now getting the truth and understanding the iniquities that we've committed, and we're trying to get a clean slate. So now we're getting a little bit of chastisement, and we want to compare ourselves to a man who lived upright from the beginning.
Right.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop
but
that.
It's a good example of how to overcome that distraughtness, disquietedness, being disquieted. It's you can look at Job and see. I mean, you can look at a lot of the prophets, a lot of the apostles.
David was on the run from his
Exactly.
from Saul, from his leader. He was on the run from his son. He still said Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Joshua, he was told he was going to be the ruler of Israel, but he was still had to roll the wilderness for 40 years. Every single year he was still saying Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
They had to fight once they got to their promised land and conquer their enemies, but he still didn't huff and puff. He was still saying Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Because David knew the things he was going through, it was a higher purpose. We keep saying this, and I guess this has been a theme for the last weeks. You don't understand that a lot of things you're going through is for a better reason. He's moving that person from you because he's going to replace that person with somebody better.
John.
He moved that car from you because that car was going to probably get you dead. He moved that job from you because that job was going to take up your attention. Everything is moved around for a certain reason. Because a lot of times you put them in your life and you want them so bad and you still don't recognize, oh yeah, I got this, I got that, I got the new job, I got the new rib. Right, but now, where are you giving your heart to the Most High? You're depressed for the wrong damn reasons. He's helping you. Come on, read this. We only got 7 minutes. Go ahead.
Matthew 11:28.
Go ahead.
Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
Go ahead.
And I will give you rest.
And I will what?
Give you rest.
Read.
Take my yoke upon you.
To what?
Take my yoke upon you.
Go ahead.
And learn of me.
Read.
For I am meek and lowly in heart.
Right. This yoke, you got to take that yoke and lay it on Yahweh Shai. It's a burden, man. Life is a burden that you got to take it and say, okay, Yahweh Shai, how did you do it? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, Peter, how did you do it? David, Solomon, how did y'all do it? Y'all were righteous men. Because I know I'm not Yahweh Shai. Okay. He showed us how to walk the dang path. But if you want to use that excuse, you got many men that wasn't Yahweh Shai. And like the scripture we pulled the other day, with like passions, like us. And they conquered, overcame, endured. And they didn't walk around depressed, beat down, and distraught daily. Read that, Psalms 147:3. Psalms 147:3. Job 11:15. Come on, let me get through the rest of these real quick. Come on.
Psalm 147 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
He healeth the broken in heart.
The Most High doeth what?
He healeth the broken in heart.
The Most High heals the broken in heart. He'll heal that heart, but you got to seek him. Go ahead.
And bindeth up their wounds.
He's going to bind up the wounds, but you got to let him. He binds them up with methods, solutions, wisdom. He ain't coming down and fixing it for you. He already gave you the fixer. It's called the comforter for a reason. Not because it's a big pillow blanket. It is like a big pillow and blanket, because as you smoosh up to the word, as you hold this tightly, it's supposed to comfort you and make ease happen in your life. That's why it's called the comforter. But why you don't got comfort? Because you're not going to the method. You're not trying to fix your problems through the method. You want to always do it the fictitious Christian way. Oh, you know what? I'm going to just pray. Nigga, you can pray all you want. Faith without works is dead. You can face the Esau all you want. If you ain't doing his method, it ain't going to work. Oh, prayer works. Con! Prayer with actions. You can pray till your throat pops out your head. But he gave you the method to apply. He gave you the method to know what to follow. Where are we at?
Job
11:3.
11:15.
Job chapter 11 and verse 15.
Go ahead and read that.
For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot.
Right?
Yea, thou shalt be steadfast.
Read.
And shalt not fear.
When you seek to the Most High. Go ahead.
Because thou shalt forget thy misery.
How? He's going to tell us, how do you forget this misery? Go ahead.
And remember it as waters that pass away.
Yeah, but how? Read.
And thine age shall be clearer than the noonday.
Read.
Thou shalt shine forth. Thou shalt be as the morning.
How though? I want to know how, Joe. I'm going to be as the morning. I'm going to be clear. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to wake up the next day clear-minded. Read.
And thou shalt be secure, because there is hope.
Because what?
Because there is hope.
Who? In Yahweh. Read.
Yea, thou shalt dig about thee.
Read.
And thou shalt take thy rest in safety.
Why? Because you hope in the Most High. You put trust in the Most High. Not in yourself. Not in your own mind. Read.
Also thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid.
Right.
Yea, many shall make suit unto thee. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail.
And this is what you have to understand, man. That's it on that. Go to James 5 and 10. This is what y'all have to see, man. That if we put hope and trust in the Lord, you get Proverbs 3 and 5 in there. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not unto thy own understanding. Hope scriptures for days. Faith scriptures for days. Y'all get it. Go ahead.
James 5 and 10.
Go ahead.
Take, my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord.
Right. You're supposed to look at the prophets. Read.
For an example of suffering affliction.
Yeah, bro. You ain't Jonah. What you trying to walk around like a sad puppy for? You ain't Job. You're not Job. You're not Joseph. Right? You definitely not Yahweh Shai. We're suffering for the things that we deserve. So you got to be conscious and say, you know what, man, I probably did something, and the Most High is whipping my ass for it. I deserve this. Job said he exacteth less. Go ahead, read it.
Job chapter 11 and verse 6.
Read it.
And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, and that they are double to that which is.
Go ahead.
Know therefore that the Most High exacted of thee less than thy iniquity deserved.
Remember that. The Most High, where you at again? Tell them that.
Job 11, chapter 11 verse 6.
The Most High takes, he exacteth less than what you deserve. So you got to be joyful and understand, man, whatever cards I'm dealt, let me take it with joy. What you got?
Oh, I was thinking about something you told me a long time ago. And you were like, just communicating the truth.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times brothers think that like I'm joking because you're going through it.
Right.
Because you got a baby mama that's going through it, you got a
Right.
But you call those self-inflicted wounds. And the Most High really exacted less on you
Right.
than you even deserve. Like with Paul, they were trying to, like even the prophets were scared of him, like, oh, and they were like, no, trust him. But he was running for his life.
Right.
Because of the iniquities he committed before he even found the truth. So you got, the Most High required that it was just past. So a lot of times, like you just said, that people before you go out is, well, what did you do in the past? Where the Most High is making you be patient now because you have to pay for those past sins.
Hey, listen, you know how I make it easy on me? I just say that. That way I don't gotta expect, like, oh, I'm doing so much because brothers and sisters do that. I'm doing so much for the Most High. You know what I mean? Why he ain't coming through for me? It's like, because first of all, you've been doing so much for the Most High. How long? 1 year?
6 months.
You've been doing a hard 6 months for Yahweh,
Strong.
and you deserve the kingdom.
God.
You lucky the Most High is merciful, man. Go, come on, man. I gotta finish that, James.
James chapter 5 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Take, my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, afflictions,
Read.
and of patience.
Right. We have to look at our elders, this Bible, the knowledge and understanding. There's no temptation. There's nothing that you're going through that cannot be overcome. There's no battle. I don't care what it is. Man, you see these cats, we talk about it all the time. One arms, one leg. They overcome life. You know what I mean? They ain't got no arms. They ain't getting the shotgun with their toes and blowing their brains out. Right? They're doing what? Oh, I'm going to learn how to play the piano with my toes. Do. Right? We can overcome it too. So you can't let this Edomite mentality, depression spirit consume you to where it's overbearing. Like I said, we all gonna have woes, but we supposed to be overcoming these woes. Read that Psalms 31 and 24. Psalms 130 verse 5. Read that. Psalms 34 verse 24. Psalms 130 verse 5. Come on.
Psalms chapter 34 verse 24.
Yeah, Psalms 31:24. Read that. I'll knock these out and that'll be it. Come on.
Psalms 31 and 24.
Go ahead.
Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart.
And that's the thing, that in these situations, instead of making it as though you're all alone, that's a disgrace to the Most High, man, for you to think you're going about this all alone. You have never been alone. Never.
You are not. Come on now.
Job said it again.
God.
He said, he walks past you and you don't even know he's there.
Damn.
The Most High is constantly around us. You think you're alone?
Wow.
There's angels every day recording everything. You're never alone. For you to think, man, you're battling these things alone, you err not knowing the scripture. That's why you're supposed to face the east and pray and seek the Most High. Because you're not alone. And he wants to know. He does know. He just wants you to take the step. Right? Go ahead, read. Come on.
All ye that hope in the Lord.
All ye that hope in the Lord. Psalms 130 verse 5.
Psalms chapter 130 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
I wait for the Lord.
I what?
I wait for the Lord.
And that's what we got to do. We got to be patient. Scriptures say be patient when you're brought to a low estate. I'm not going to go over all of that. I don't have time. But it says be patient when you're brought to a low estate. Wait on the Most High. Stop panicking so much with every little battle, trial. Stop letting yourself be pulled into a gloomy mind in every little battle. Have confidence. Have hope in the Most High. Trust, and he will be there. It ain't going to be in your time. Stop. That's the problem. The Most High is timeless. He got all the time in the world. Right? He got all the time in the world. The Most High is timeless, but He's merciful. He knows that you don't have all time. Right?
God.
You're just a shadow. He knows that. He knows you're just a shadow, man. You come, he says in Job again, he says you're like the grass. Or even better, he says like the sparks that fly up. The Most High is showing you that, like, listen, He knows. But you got to go to Him and remind Him. Yahweh, you know. Job was reminding him, listen, I only got you. You know me better. If you keep this weight on me, how much more can I handle? Talk to the Most High. Pray to Him. Come on, read that Psalms 130 and 5 and then get me Isaiah 40 and 31 and that'll be it.
I wait for the Lord.
Or one more. Go ahead.
My soul doeth wait.
Read it again.
I wait for the Lord.
Uh-huh.
My soul doeth wait.
Go ahead.
And in His word do I hope.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. In His word there's a method. A method. This is the method. His word do I hope. There's solution to everything. I don't believe there's not a solution. Everything can be talked through, dealt with, understood, and logic can be dealt with in everything in life. Because the Most High said so. He said in the word do I hope. Read that, Isaiah 40:31.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
But they that what?
Wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. You can't lose hope. I could put the whole Ecclesiasticus 2 in there, but y'all can go there. You got to put trust in the Lord. You can't be faint-hearted. You can't be double-hearted. The Most High is not going to reward you. He's not going to reward a double-hearted, faint-hearted person. You want to come out of that slump? You want to come out of that mind? Fully trust. Go ahead.
Shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Psalms 27.
They shall run
13.
and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
That's the truth. When we wait on the Most High. One more and that's it. Psalms 27:13. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 27 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord.
Man, that's what what keeps our mind on the track. And for us not to faint and pass out every little trial, every little tribulation, and start letting them stack up on us is we wait on the Most High and we trust in Him. So we don't get weary. We're patient. A lot of these things, they start to stick in and build. You got bricks and then you got the mortar. The mortar is lack of patience. One thing builds on another. Well, I ain't got this. Then you put lack of patience and then another brick. And then you start building all these bricks and then you got a whole damn wall weighing you down that you can't get through. And then next thing you know, you go into the white man, it's like, I got depression. I'm depressed. My life is garbage. It's trash. I hate it. FML. Read it again.
I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord.
Go ahead.
In the land of the living.
Right?
Wait on the Lord.
What?
Wait on the Lord.
Go ahead.
Be of good courage.
Read.
And He shall strengthen thine heart.
Right. You see this? He will strengthen thy heart. One more. Just one more. Because that whole beginning was just showing us how that it's life. But these other scriptures is the solution. All right? Lamentations 3 verse 24. Lamentations 3 verse 24. Go ahead. Come on.
Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
The Lord is my portion.
The what?
The Lord is my portion.
Go ahead.
Save my soul.
Read.
Therefore will I hope in Him.
That's it. I will hope in Him. Read.
Verse 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him.
He is what?
Good to them that wait for him.
All right, little Matthew, calm down, little Matthew. Little Matthew. He is good to them that wait for him. There's no reason to give up. You are putting your trust in the wrong things. That's why there is no hope. Remember, the Bible already said it millions of years ago before any white man came with Xanax or any depression pill, right? The Bible already said what? All is vanity and vexation of spirit, right? Quadazop went over a whole nice, beautiful class on that. But we put our hope in the Lord. That's why we can, in the vanity, in the vainness of this life, we have something to look forward to. Go ahead.
The Lord is good unto them that wait for him.
Read.
To the soul that seeketh him.
Read.
Verse 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait.
Oh my God. When I read this, I was like, oh. He said he shall do what?
Both hope
Come on, Shamayar. You listening to this? He should both hope and what?
Quietly.
Shut the hell up.
Ooh.
Shut up. Stop crying for every damn thing. Man, it's the Most High. He's just like, he know what I need. Shut up. Wait.
Ooh.
The Most High will give it. Trust. Be patient. Don't be double-hearted and faint-hearted. He will not defend you. Ecclesiastes 2. He's not going to defend the faint-hearted. You're showing him, man, that you don't trust. He knows you're murmuring. He knows you're murmuring. Trust. Read.
Quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
Oh, man, it's beautiful. One more. This is my last one.
Did you?
Hebrews 10:36.
Dang, I had one.
Hebrews 10:36 and 37. That's the last one. All right, we went over. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 36.
Go ahead.
I'll let you get it. There you go.
Hebrews 10. That lamentation, when I read that, I was like, we need to tattoo this one on. We need to imprint this on brothers' brains, sisters' brains. Wait patiently and be quiet. Go ahead, read that.
Hebrews 10, verse 36.
Read.
For ye have need of patience.
You need a what?
Patience.
Yeah. This is why a lot of people start losing hope, faith, is because you don't want to be patient. And I'm going to say it again. The lack of patience is the mortar that starts a building of weights weighing you down. And then you start to drown, man. You start to drown. You start to lose faith. You start to lose hope. You start to lose love. Yeah, right? Read.
That shall, after ye have done the will of the Most High.
After you do the what?
The will of the Most High.
So let's be real. It all comes back down to, are you going to do your will? And stay in this mind that has got you into depression, a gloomy spirit, distraught spirit? Or are you going to do it the Most High's way? It's got to be his will. Read.
Ye might receive the promise.
That's the only way you're going to receive the promise of what you want, what you need. Read.
For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come.
Right.
And will not tarry.
There it is. So, I know the beginning part. I had to go over those beginning scriptures just to get it through our thick head that all the things that the Most High has set for the sons of men is common. Everything in life, every battle. The funny thing is, man, you like look amongst us, right? In this school here in Virginia, right? Look, count on your hand how many brothers might be in the same predicament. And then you start to look at your brother and say, wait a minute. Then wait, he's going through the same thing I'm going through. Why isn't he reacting to that the same way? Why isn't it not overcoming him the same way? Because one is applying patience, hope, trust and the other one is frantic. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions online? I'll let that get to y'all a few seconds. Did it cut off? Or is that mine? No, my phone keeps doing that. We'll wait a few seconds to see.
What was the last verse in Isaiah?
The last verse in Isaiah was, yeah, Isaiah 40:31. 40:31. So hopefully, yeah. Question off the topic. I don't see it here, but go ahead. What is it?
It's Numbers 19:1-9, symbolic at all of leaving Babylon and Esau.
Numbers 19 what?
Chapter 1, 19 verse 1.
19 and 1? Let's read it. Numbers 19 and 1 down to
I'll read it.
9. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 19 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord hath commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer without spots, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the priest,
Right?
and he may bring her forth without the camp.
Okay.
And one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the priest shall take of...
Okay, so what's the question? Because I already know this chapter. I'm trying to figure out what's the question?
It is symbolic at all of leaving Babylon and Esau being cast into the fire.
No. This is where would you get that from? Who asked that question? No, Numbers. This is talking about
Because it said a red heifer, that's what.
because Esau's the red heifer. Nah, bro, that's not. You were reaching far for that. That's not. Remember, man, the scriptures is simple. We can go to those scriptures about how the Most High is going to deal with Esau and the nations. This is far from even saying anything on that point you're asking. This is talking about the priesthood. It's talking about the sacrifice. It's more so talking about what Yahweh Shai did, because he was our sacrifice. This is not talking about Esau and that what you're talking about. I'm not sure where you got that from, but no, sir, that ain't got nothing to do with that. All right. So was that it on that? Okay. So yeah, man. Remember, y'all. Look, we went over this class on depression. You get a lot of brothers and sisters that have this spirit. Like, share, subscribe. Get it out there. Get it out there and help them. We got another one on the other channel about anxiety. We got another one called Peace of Mind and how to get a peace of mind. You guys are like that. So check those other ones out on the other channel. I mean, and if that's it, no other questions? None? All right, let's salute them. We'll see y'all here Thursday, y'all. Shalom.
Shalom.
The Most High is my rock.
I know it got a little slow because I was going over those scriptures.
The
but
Most High is my rock.
I had to build.
The Most High is my rock. My rock.
Yeah.
The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to
Yeah, just keep hitting them.
And I feel
Yeah,
sorry
just keep
for
doing
you
that.
if you think
And that's all we gotta do with all
bluffing.
these
That's
cats
why I hit
in the
the
malls.
booth and I
Just
tell the
keep it like, hey,
truth.
man,
Are you
keep doing what you're doing.
Truth,
Huh?
you and your fruit.
Most High
The
is
Most High is your rock. Don't treat him like
Picking
a
them, not
side
us,
piece.
so
Come in
our
and
job
shoot
is just to hit
plan
'em.
and treat you like a side piece.